Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna be showing you how to style short hair. As you can tell, I cut my hair, okay? So you guys know I have been regrowing, hashtag we will regrow, hashtag no bleach 2K17, which 2017 is almost over and I have not bleached my hair, is what I meant to say. I did it. I feel really excited that my hair is finally healthy. I did cut a lot of it off, but my hair is finally healthy. And for those of you that don't know, I had a chemical cut, aka I bleached my hair way too much. It was like up to here in a lot of places. A lot of people ask me like, how did I grow out my hair so fast? It's been a year. I mean, to me, that doesn't feel that fast, but I just didn't bleach it for a year. You just gotta let it breathe. You gotta let your hair do its thing. So I've just loved this cut of hair for so long that I finally decided to just chop my hair off. It's funny because I wasn't like scared, because I see a lot of people commenting that they want to cut their hair this short, but they're too scared to do it. I guess I could understand if you had like long, healthy hair. I could understand the fear of doing that, but for me, it's kind of just like, I really had nothing to lose. So I cut my hair off. I love it. I feel like it's so much easier for me to style now, and I put in way less hair extensions. So before, I used to put in hair extensions to blend out my shorter layers and make it blend in with my longer layers, but now it's just like all I do is fill in the front. The important part of this particular hairstyle, like the blunt cut short kind of bob, is that you want your hair to be like the same length all the way around. And for most people, the hard part is like the front, just making sure, because this is the part that like, you know, if you put your hair up, that's the part that's like in the band. So a lot of times you see like the blunt cut hairstyles like that, they usually have hair extensions in. So that's something to keep in mind. So for me, if I just like dry my hair and leave it, it kind of does this tucked in situation. On this side, it usually flips out like a Matilda vibe. Let me show you the hair extensions that I use. I've been using these hair extensions for the past few years. They're still my favorite. If you guys don't know, now you know. But the hair shop has my favorite type of hair extensions and hair. And this is actually how I picked out what level of brunette I wanted to be. I actually went to the hair shop, picked out my extensions, and then tried to match it. So my hair does look a little bit darker up top, but we do paint the base a little bit darker and then it lightens up as it goes down. These are the skin weft, so they look like this. That's an L, I labeled it, that's the left side of my head. You see how flat they are? They're like literally flush to your head when you have it snapped. This is a different style of hair extension, but when you have it in, since I just wear them up at the front of my head, I like to have the skimmed weft one, so it's really, really flat so you can't see it. But the only problem is, at the hair shop, they only come in 18 inches, which is really, really long. Even when I had long hair, I didn't use 18-inch extensions. I got my extensions cut. These were the same ones that I had for my last length of hair that was like down to here. Now, when I put my hair extensions in, you can see there's kind of an angle to it. So that means it goes like this. Now, I don't put it in straight. You see how it kind of angles down? I tilt it like that, just so that way, when you have the clip in, the hair kind of frames your face a little bit more instead of going straight down. First, what I like to do before I put my clips in, if I'm doing straight hair, is straighten my hair. The hair straightener that I use is a Paul Mitchell Neuro. A lot of people ask me what hair straightener I use because my hair was so straight. I know this one gets like really, really hot, but the thing is I already have straight hair, so I don't know if I'm the best person to ask. I just use it to get out like the little flips at the end. My hair is like so glued to my head, it's like makes me laugh. Do you guys remember when I had like, I don't know if I ever even showed anybody, but when I had like the layers like this and I had like little mushroom head? So I'm just doing little chunks at a time. Like I said, my shit's already hella straight. A lot of people asked if this is like A-line. It's like the faintest of faint A-lines. It's not like a strong A-line, but it is just a tad bit longer in the front when I have my extensions in. So I have my two little pieces right here. It's a lot harder to put in hair extensions when you have a blunt cut, because as you can tell, if it's in like the wrong spot, it's really obvious. But I feel like right there is pretty good. And then you want to clip this part of your hair back. These are so key. I took this one from John. I like to use a spray in my hair to give the clip something to stick to. So this is one of my favorite sprays. It has been for a while, the Bumble and Bumble Thickening Dry Spun Finish Spray. This is good to create fullness in your hair if you do waves, but I also like to use it right here. I've used like dry shampoo here, that works really well. Texturizing spray is my favorite. Just a couple little back combs here. All right, so now you can see how it kind of frames the face. And if you need to, like I don't really need to because it blends in pretty well with my hair now, but like when my hair was balayage and I was using like more blonde extensions, the root was always too light. So if you want to use a hairspray, this is my favorite, one of my favorite ones, the Rita Hazan Root Concealer. I use the shade Light Brown. You can spray the top of your extensions and it totally will make them blend in really, really well. So you don't see the root, you know, in case the wind blows. It's such a small addition, but it makes a big change with the style to where now it looks like all my hair is that long in the front as opposed to here. And it just helps to fill in a little bit more. That's like my trouble area where I have trouble growing it out to make it look really, really full. So just a little clip goes a long way. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. Now it looks like more of a style going on. So the next thing for me is blending my shorter pieces into my longer pieces. So it's more so like on the sides of my hair where they just kind of stick out, especially after I straighten them. So one of my favorite products that I like to use, this stuff right here is like my best friend. I could not live without this. I don't know how I lived without it. So it is literally a paste. I just take a little bit of it, like some of that on the back of my nail, and you have to work it in to your fingertips until it turns into like a little pomade kind of thing. And then I just twist and pull down to blend my shorter pieces into either my longer natural hair or the extension. And this just helps to give it a little bit of texture and a little bit of grip in my hair because my hair doesn't hold on to anything anymore. And then I love to bring it right here and twist out. I have some little hairs that just go straight down. And then you can just kind of massage. So then you can add a little bit of the texturizing spray to the root of the hair. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so this is how I style my straight hair. I know it's pretty straightforward, pretty simple, but I feel like the important part is how to clip in the front piece extensions. And now I'm gonna show you guys how I do a little bit of wave in the short hair. This is a Conair 1-inch curling iron. The one thing I do like a lot about my Hot Tools curling iron is it has the extended barrel. So it was like, the barrel was like hella long. But my hair is not really that long anymore, so I don't know if it doesn't really matter as much. I already have my 2 extensions clipped in. Now, if I really wanted to, I could put in more. I still don't really like doing 2 clips on the side. I feel like it makes my head look a little too bulky now when it's this much shorter. All right, so to prep my hair, because it sounds so funny to say now because I feel like I used to say the exact opposite in my videos where I was like, if you guys have healthy hair, you can't relate to this. But now I have healthy hair, so I actually use a spray before I curl my hair. So this is the Ouai Memory Mist. It's basically like a primer for your hair. I've used this several times before curling my hair because it doesn't hold as much curl as it used to when it was bleached. So it's a very lightweight spray that I just add. And all the Ouai products, like the smells are so good. So for the top sections of the hair, I like to bring the barrel a little bit closer to my root just to give it a little bit of a lift. So I grab like a 1-inch section here, clamp, hold it, and then bring it down, kind of clamp, and slowly just bring it all the way down. So that way it adds a curl like that, and then we're gonna separate right where the curl was in the middle. So we'll set like this. Give it a little bit of volume. I'm gonna do the same thing. About a 1-inch section, add a lift at the base, release, go halfway down, curl, yes. Same thing. I don't know what that does, but it does something and it works. It works every time. So I always, right where the bend is, I just twist it like that. It's always about releasing and like not holding on for too long. Because once you hold on too long, you got like one of those prom ringlets going on, which, you know, those were hot back in the day. I had those, don't think I didn't. But right now it's kind of like a little bit more of a relaxed vibe. And then sometimes, so like this one right here, it'll be like sticking out a little bit too much. I'll just take that section, just kind of bring it back in. Bring it back down to earth and hold it like that. So that way it's going more straight. I'm gonna take the front section, which has some of my hair and a little bit of hair extension by the base, and then just this one has a much softer wave in it. All right, so then we're just gonna keep going It's all about like pulling down and releasing the wand and bringing it lower and lower. And then you just want to keep repeating that, like so. All right, so now we've got the wave added to one side. It's pretty quick, it's pretty easy. And the cool thing about having short hair and doing a wave is I don't do the bottom section of my hair. So like all of that, I'm just gonna leave it kind of straight and I'll add a little bit of product to give it a little bit of texture. But for the most part, I'm just doing the topmost layers of my hair. Oh, I got a little guy over here that wants some love though. So yeah, you can see we've got a little bit of body going on over here, and over here we're sleek and straight. So now I'm just gonna switch gears and go to the other side. Yellow. And do the same thing, so I'm focusing all the waves away from my face. When my hair was longer, I used to go more back and forth, kind of both directions, but I feel like I could totally get away with not doing that anymore, so. Oh, and I have been getting a lot of questions, people asking, what color is my hair? I honestly have no idea how to describe the color of my hair. I wanted my hair to be golden, but not warm. Like I didn't want any reds in my hair, so I feel like we've done a pretty good job with that. I just don't like a lot of red in my hair. But I will tell you guys the color of the extensions because this is pretty much the exact same color of my hair. This section is crazy. So what I do, I mean, you guys, you know, it depends on your hair, but see like this one does a nice flop, this one doesn't. So I just straight up go like this on mine just to get it a little bit away from my face like that. Sometimes like this one, it's got a little bit too much of a curl going on. So I'll just take it and smooth the curling iron through it. This is what I need to do next time I'm feeling really cold. I'm just gonna curl my hair because I am on fire right now. All right, so now we've got the waves in our hair and it's just kind of like, you know, it's kind of curly, kind of whatever, kind of boring. So you wanna come back in with the R+Co dry shampoo paste. And this is the stuff where you see pictures of girls and you're like, what did they do to their hair to make it so fluffy? I promise you, this is the zhuzh of all zhuzh in the hair department, okay? So you just take this. I like to put it where the bend is in the hair, but you just start zhuzhing. Zhuzhing. But this is like the step that gives it the more PC kind of vibe, you know? The more I'm here to party vibe. Tousled.
Ran through.
No, not ran through, John. You know, I kind of curled my hair, but I didn't really curl my hair kind of vibe. This was exactly how I did my hair in Australia, but I just had longer hair and I had some more extensions in, which you can do as many or as little of extensions as you want. So I need a little bit more oomph up here. So I'm just coming back in and up at the very, very base. I feel like maybe I neglected that part. Just curling a little bit closer to the root. That's what I needed on this side. A little more root. If you want to use texturizing spray, I would rather use this for my short hair on the longer pieces. I like to use texturizing spray more so at the root just to add a little bit of a lift, like right there. And I'll just kind of like push it up just to give it a little bit of a lift. But when you're using texturizing spray on your hair, you just want to make sure you don't use too much, especially if your hair is longer because it'll weigh it down a lot. I've done that. I can't even tell you how many times I've done that where I just add tons of texturizing spray, try to make it look more messy, and then it ends up just looking heavier. So this is the wavy kind of messy bend in the hair that I like to do. Just constantly going like this is just the way. All right, so the very last hairstyle that I'm gonna show you guys is the one that I've been wearing the most often because I feel like it's just so cute, I feel like is the correct word for it, and it's really, really easy to do. So this one requires no hair extensions whatsoever, so this is just like music to my ears. Bye. All right, so now for the half up, half down hairstyle. I have all the extensions out, but I still have a lot of product in the root of my hair, which is great. Actually, it works out perfectly because this is a style I like to do like a couple days after washing it or like the day before I'm gonna wash it again because it does have all the product in here. It gives it a little bit more texture and volume and doesn't slip out so easily when I put in the ponytail. So I'm gonna be using one of these little clear elastics. These are the ones that you can get from like Walmart, Target, anywhere. The reason I use these is just because I don't have a ton of hair, so I just need a tiny little elastic. So I'm just taking half of my hair, going straight from the ear all the way up to like the back of my head, and then just pulling all the hair back. I'm gonna comb through it a little bit right here. And then I am gonna come back in and fix all those little fuzzies, but for the most part, what you wanna do is take it pretty much to like the top of your head, which is like my favorite part about doing this, is I can put it like directly on the top of my head. And then I'm gonna wrap it around and then just do it like the same way I do a messy bun ponytail. So like super messy where there's a lot of stuff sticking out. And then you can kind of fluff it the way that you want. And I'm gonna pin it too, just because it is so fluffy right now. I'm gonna take this hair and wrap it around there so it covers up the elastic. And then take some of this, tone it down a notch. And these are just little bobby pins, shorter bobby pins than regular ones. I'm just gonna bobby pin, stick it into the back. Push it forward. This just all is like however big or however messy or not messy you want it. Each time I do it, it turns out completely different from the last. So sometimes I have to use bobby pins, and sometimes I don't. See, I like it to be super messy, so I'm okay with it being like a little fluffy and crazy. And then you just wanna, I like to have the ends of my hair really straight. So I just take this straightener and run it through here a few times. I always like to pull these out too, although they are a lot longer than they used to be. All right, so now for this up here, I think I'm gonna use a little memory mist just to get some of these fuzzies to go back. Or you can use like a soft hold hairspray. I also like to use the Ouai wave spray. As you can tell, this is like my second or third bottle. I love this stuff. I use it like water. I can use this also really lightly. This is one of my favorite ways to like coif my hair, is to use the wave spray. I never actually use it for waves. I use it for like pulling my hair back. And then, so this side, it's, you know, it's a little situation. Rita Hazan, not gonna be a situation anymore. Or if you don't want to use root spray because it is really hard to get out of your hair, it's like legit waterproof, you can use some of the Color Wow hair powder, which works really great also. I feel like this is my favorite of all the 3 hairstyles. This is like my current favorite hairstyle. It's just fun, and I love that I can finally do half up, half down again. It's so great, I'm so here for it. Anyway, so that wraps up my 3-in-1 tutorial. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. Do you like my eye makeup today? I need to go a little lower, excuse me. Wow, that one looks like shit. Thank you, crayons. Carl, stop, make it stop. Okay. John, don't look at me. Shit. Oh, come on, man. You're looking at me. I like filming in the evenings because I feel like it gives me an excuse to drink wine while I film. Okay. It was a lot, huh?